Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name's Narwhal. I'm here with Kyle Guy.
Yeah.
We're also here with the Joe.
Yep, no last name.
How does it feel to be just the only Joe in the planet?
It's pretty good. There's a bit of a kind of weird thing going on where a lot of people are saying the president's name is Joe.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Another podcaster guy, too.
Yeah, there is like another bald guy who's like some kind of wrestler. So I think he's some kind of gorilla. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think people's IQs are like as high as yours, so they just can't really process all of this information.
That's
right
probably
now.
it. Speaking of IQ and high IQ, why don't you go ahead and ask your question? Because the
This
result
is
may
a
be
high IQ debate.
It is.
Okay, so Joe, I'm going to break this down for you. And for those of you listening, this is a debate from 2 episodes ago. Yes, it's from 2 episodes ago.
No,
there's an episode
yes,
going up
correct,
on Monday.
correct.
Okay. Basically, we were talking about sperm donors, and then we were talking about, like, you know, if you're a child born to, like, a mom from, like, a random sperm donor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So half of your biology is from this random dude you never met.
Yep.
Now, if you were to meet a girl and you're dating her for like 8 years, all right? Or maybe you're even married, you buy a house, all right? You guys are dating, then you go into the doctor one day.
Well, wait, first of all, turns out she doesn't know her dad either.
Okay, yeah. So you both don't know your dads.
I think you can tell where this is headed.
One day you go to the doctor, and just by sheer chance, this girl had technically is your half sister because she has the same biological dad as you. Do you need to? Well, so Kyle and I could agree you definitely shouldn't have kids, right? Because it's like half incest.
It's incest.
It
is
is
incest.
it is
It's not even
incest.
half incest. It's incest.
But like, my point is, it's not as bad as like your full sister.
That shouldn't even be like a thing.
Come on, it's not as bad. Now,
Yeah, I
my
guess.
question is, if you agreed, like, all right, you're gonna not have kids at all, like for sure, no kids. Can
Yeah.
you still stay in that relationship? Should you, and do you think it's weird? Because Kyle was saying, by no means should you stay in that relationship. And I was saying, I think if you could get over it with your partner, like get over the weirdness.
Get over the fact that you're completely related.
Yeah, but and I had to ask my parents, and they both agreed. They were in my boat because we all agreed, yes, she's your half-sister biologically. But in every other sense, you grew up in different parts of the world. You weren't raised by the same people. Both of you don't even know this dude. It was literally just a vessel for you to be created.
Yeah, so for
Joe's like,
my thought process behind this is I'd probably change my name, sand my fingerprints off, leave the country, burn my personal possessions,
Yeah.
and
I did that too.
try to forget that I was dating my half-sister, who I'm assuming I have already slept with at this point.
Yeah, no,
multiple
plenty of
times.
times.
Unless you're super Christian,
8 years?
Christianity.
No, that's why Christians get married. Christians get married so early.
Questions. Yeah, no chance for me.
Okay.
And that would be like a life-shattering discovery. Because not only like
I don't know how
that's
you come back.
dude, what 8 years of my life has been spent with this person? Like, I don't know how old I am at that point. 8 years. What am I like? 33? Like, yikes.
God damn.
Damn, in 8 years you're gonna be 33.
Yeah. Well, in 8 years, you guys are gonna be 31. So
Nah, I'll be 30.
Almost yeah, I'll be
31.
31.
okay.
Oh, dude, gross.
I hate that shit.
Ew,
Ugh.
30.
Look at you guys. You're so old. You're just there. I was in your seat. I felt like a month ago.
Okay.
Also, this last year just fucking warped. So it's like I'm still
Yeah,
still
wait,
celebrating.
It
This
wasn't
sucks
fair.
that like this is my prime right now. This is my athletic peak.
Yeah.
If it wasn't COVID, I would be in the NFL
Well,
right now.
technically, if you're an NBA player, your prime's like 28 to like 31ish, 32. So
It depends
you're not.
on
You
the
haven't hit your
person.
prime yet.
Yeah,
No, it
LeBron
just
James
depends.
is like
Everyone's-
100 and he's still
That's true.
dunking.
He's different.
Yeah, everyone's body's different, and for my body, I peaked really early.
Oh, middle school.
Middle school.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when your body peaked.
No, well, yeah, but then I psychologically kept developing, and now I know the game better than I ever did before.
I see.
But you know, after talking to my parents about it, getting their opinion, and there was a spicy debate in the comment section. Some people were on my side, some people were on Kyle's side. I looked it up because my dad's like, that's probably happened.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
It's
this
have
isn't
to.
like a theory anymore. This
No.
had to have happened.
And it did. It says this guy learned he was dating his half sister from a DNA kit.
Bro.
So let me just scroll down.
So my thought behind that is though is like, isn't there something with sperm banks where they're probably not putting the same dude with like, I don't know how it works.
Well, there's that movie, right?
Well, yeah. So
The switch up when he spills it and fills up his own. That one or
Wait, what is that movie?
That's like a Jason Bateman movie. He's like drunk in the bathroom and like he sees that like the sperm is like thawing out or whatever. Like he's over at this girl's house and he's like, and then he like drops it in the sink or the toilet.
I remember
and so
that.
he like fills it up himself. And then like the kid grows up and it looks just like him, and he's just then it's like a whole thing of like, do I admit that this is my son or like all this stuff? Like, well,
That's
dude, you're probably in the hole a couple $100,000 right now.
Yeah.
Child support. But
So
yeah, what did they do? I'm curious,
so
because
it
this
says,
actually happened.
I'll skip part of it, but it says, so first some background. Our narrator, let's call him Jack, has been in a happy, healthy, presumably loving relationship with Sarah for a little more than a year. Their relationship seems solid. They're from the same town, met in college.
Wow, how
through a
ironic.
mutual friend. Sounds innocent enough, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, around the holidays, the two stayed at Jack's apartment because they decided that against going home for the holidays, plus all his roommates were gone. So they got the whole place to themselves.
Oh, no, this isn't good.
For Christmas, the Lovebirds exchanged a DNA kit from 23andMe. First of all, what does that name mean?
23andMe?
Yeah.
Chromosomes.
It's a popular.
No, I know, but what is
Chromosomes.
20? Oh,
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brain.
Also, hold on. Can we pause real quick? How romantic.
It seems.
Exchanging DNA kits.
No, but they.
Hey,
yeah.
can you spit in this for me? Yeah, babe.
No, but I think the background was at the beginning of the article. It said both of them didn't know their dads. Like, and both of their goals were at some point in their life they wanted to like connect with their fathers, and they.
See, it's like it seems so wholesome because they're just like, oh, they're connecting on this like little issue that they don't have a dad around.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out who he is. And
How do you
then-
ever like that? Is like you like it's not your fault, but you did it. Like you are like you've. I don't even know how to like phrase it, but it's like you've ruined your life and it's not your fault, but it is your fault. And it's
Yeah.
like if I just would have never like looked this up, I would have
Yeah.
never known.
Well,
and
yeah,
nothing,
that's the thing. My dad was saying, he's like, but what? He's like, there's probably couples out there that have been married, have had kids, and they could be in that same scenario but never knew.
I just feel like there has to be something. No, I'm no doctor here, and I know I'm pretty close to being a doctor with
Yeah.
my medical knowledge. But I feel like if you have a kid with a half sibling, there's got to be something.
There's
Not
definitely an
always.
increase.
I think
but
there's a higher percentage, but you could still
Yeah.
have a normal kid.
I think
but
even think like brother and sister can still technically.
it's kind of you're rolling the dice.
Yeah,
but
you're really rolling like a 36-sided dice here, but like
Fuck, dude. That's
like a D&D roll. Like okay, 18 plus 12, 36. Well, I don't know.
Have you ever
Bro,
played Dungeons
I'm
and
trying to play
Dragons?
some
No,
D&D,
but I
dude.
would be
Dude, I
totally
wanna
down.
play.
I don't understand how it works, but I think you have to just be like really creative. You just make
You
shit
literally
up and-
make up the game.
Yeah.
You need like a dungeon master.
Yeah,
So, like,
there's-
if you know any good masters, like
Yeah, so that's what we like. All right, if you're watching this and you're in the area and you're a dungeon master, if you went to high school with any of us, or if you know us,
Or
through
if
any,
you're my half sibling.
yeah, or if John and you were in the same cup,
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
DM us on
because-
Instagram at PIMS Podcast.
Yeah.
So it says the thing is, mentions Jack, we're both conceived in vitro fertilization via sperm donors.
Oh, so it wasn't even like the dad was just a guy that was getting around. It was like they actually were cup
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, and so then they did this test.
Can't they ask?
Well, what do you? But you don't know. Like,
Don't you have like? I'm actually curious. Like, do you have like the right to like? Do I like? That's kind of fucked up, right? Like, if it's like this guy just gets like, I could just go jerk off into a cup and never talk.
Yeah,
to, like,
no.
never have to worry about it again.
and you
like,
get paid.
totally. But like, and
don't pay
that kid
child
has
support.
no right to ever know who I am. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
it's kind of
that's-
it's up to the parents, but like, yeah, no, I feel like a kid kind of does have a right to know that.
Bro,
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, I don't know. I think I have no basis of this knowledge.
No, you totally do.
But I think that when you do it as the sperm donor, you kind of have an option where it says if at some point in the life the child does want to meet me, like he has the right
like
to
when they're 18, we
request
can
my
check,
info.
We can check the box and we can meet up.
Yeah, but if not, then like it's his
just-
decision or whatever.
At least just like a little profile. Like, here's what he looks like. He likes to play baseball.
Like a baseball card. Turns
Yeah.
back.
Favorite food is
Exactly.
pizza.
Just a
6'5",
baseball card.
250.
Like, here's your dad. Like,
Oh my god, it's like holographic.
yeah, you have to like rent the pack. Like, which one is he? I don't know. I think this is my dad. I think this is my dad.
And it gives you like a little energy card, and it says like heroin, like recovered addict, and then it gives
Also
you like
colorblind.
Who do you
Like,
think
oh, that
donates
makes
their
sense.
sperm? You think that just heroin addicts are like stumbling in, like, I'm ready?
Also, like that's what I was gonna say. Is like,
I think they're like, I don't think you're ready.
like I'm not trying to shit on sperm donors because I don't know anything about anyone who donates sperm, but I just feel like who is donating sperm that's like not in a bad place, you know? Like
no,
you're
it's,
doing
it's
it
like
for
a
money.
needed. It's like a necessary. Like
I realize that,
the
but
industry needs the industry. Like, but like people need guys to
Sperm.
donate sperm. Like they're always in a need of it.
yeah, I just
So
with
it's
the
a
people
good
that are
thing.
stepping up to the plate. It's like,
Like who are these guys?
who are you, and what have you done to get to this point?
Yeah.
And then maybe they have good reasons. I don't know. I don't know what a good reason could be.
You know, some people donate like plasma for $20.
I'd do that.
Some people go jerk off in a cup.
Well, it's like if
Pick
you
your
found
poison.
out like you were sterile and like you still wanted to have a kid, like that'd be kind of a tough one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do? Like, do you go ask your buddy, or do you just go get a random one off the shelf? Like,
that's true.
it's not like,
Dude, if you were like sterile, would you? Would
I wanna give you-
Would you come to me and say, "Can you jerk off in a cup and have not birth my child, but be the biological father of my child?"
I'd need to do some thinking first.
Okay.
And I'd want to know your DNA makeup to make sure that I'm breeding like a super kid or something cool.
yeah, no. At that point, like, go like find an astronaut or something.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
no offense, dude. Like, I'm just saying, like, there's probably some people that out there, like, dude, if you were just like, honestly, LeBron James, like, just as like the superhumans should just like be doing this. Like, there should be like people should be able to sign up for a lottery to have LeBron James.
Think about the value of his sperm. How much value you put
Bro,
into
they're
that.
selling racehorses for like $100K a pump. So like,
LeBron's jizz.
that's
my
like the
God.
racehorse.
If you're like the top tier of an industry, if
Yeah.
you're one of the best of the best, there's like just an accepted rule where at least once in your life you got to jerk off into a cup, and then there's a lottery every year for like one lucky lady.
Isn't this The Giver? Like, isn't this how
That's
The
kind of
Giver
what the giver was.
And
I feel like this
Yeah.
is a book we read in middle school that none of us actually read, and we just like
Yeah.
spark notes it and like
Wasn't
getting a
that
little
about
close
like
to
a
Handmaid's.
fountain of youth though?
The Giver. I don't really remember. I
think
just
he,
remember
like-
there was like an old guy.
They
And,
were also colorblind in the giver, right?
well, and like
except for
one
the one
kid
kid.
had memories and
Yeah, like Daniel or
feelings
something.
or
Wasn't there a pawn that if you drank it you never died, or is that a totally different book?
Isn't that
You
Harry
think it-
Potter?
Yeah, that's Harry Potter. That's the whole.
That's unicorn blood, dude.
yeah. Oh, unicorn blood. I was thinking when they make the old guy drink all the piss water to kill Voldemort.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The old guy, Dumbledore.
I am
Come on,
very well versed in my Harry Potter knowledge. Okay,
I'm
I
too.
watch it every Christmas.
I waited in line outside of a bookstore to get the last Harry Potter book, dressed as Malfoy with my entire family.
Dude, there's
At, like, 3 a.m..
There's some things that like you don't want to put onto the internet.
That's
That,
one of them.
that is up there.
Yeah, I wish there were pictures, but it's just a very faded memory that I look back and I'm like, that really happened. I really did that.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got to say that you were like one of the guys that dressed up. Like, but like at the same time, like at no point now, as like a 20-something-year-old, am I like, dude, guys, how sick would it be if like I dressed up as the Flash and you dressed up as Aquaman and like someone got the Superman fit and we just went and saw the movie.
Yeah, but we go to Comic-Con. Also, you can't really dress up for superhero movies now because isn't that what the guy did at the Dark Knight?
Oh, the shooter.
Yeah,
I think he probably was just in like tactile gear, which is kind of what Batman is. So
I guess that's true.
I think if you're wearing a mask, like
Yeah, I don't think they're cool with masks anymore, but you can still dress up.
Okay,
I went to.
I don't think they're cool with masks anymore. Ironic.
super ironic.
There's a pandemic, John.
Like, how long do you think people are gonna be wearing masks for?
I think that even when everyone in the whole
rest of
like
the year.
country's vaccinated, I
Forever.
bet there will be some groups of people
You
that
will see
always
people,
wear masks.
Yeah, you'll see people wearing masks now because they have them.
Especially
Yeah.
here in Seattle too.
They're
It's just
kind of nice when it's cold out.
it's also nice when you just want to feel invisible, you know, and you don't want people to see your face. Maybe that's just me.
Blend in, pretend you don't exist.
Look, I wear my mask and I'm all about the health and safety, even though
No, I
I'm
hate
gonna,
the
I'm going to
mask.
tell you guys about my trip to Florida, which will
yeah.
completely cancel out everything that I'm saying now.
Yeah, but Florida, you know.
But yeah, the whole East Coast. Either way, I did it in a way where I was able to like be safe when I got back, but
Yeah.
like totally lost my train of thought on where I was going.
You were
with that.
talking about
Masks,
masks.
you don't like
Masks. Oh yeah, dude. As someone with a beard, I'm over the masks, man. I'm tired of like taking this thing off and having like a indent in my face and looking like
Yeah.
looking like I just fell asleep on a train track or something. Like, just like
Yeah,
I already look like I'm hanging out down by the train track.
Does it get
so-
really itchy?
my beard?
Yeah,
No, because
with
I
the
take
mask.
care of it.
Wait, you can make your
Yo,
beard not
wait, what?
itch. What do you do?
Tell us your secrets. Not that I have a beard.
Is there like a
but-
whole regiment that people with beards do?
Do you put anything
Like, what's your
in
beard care routine?
Nothing.
You know, like yeah.
I have done nothing to my beard.
yeah, so you should get like beard oil and like beard balms, and there's like shampoos and conditioners and like.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah.
How could? But my question is, it like the beard connects to your hair. So why couldn't you just? It's basically the hair on your head. It's just a little lower.
Okay, so you're not treating the hair. You're treating the skin. So the skin on your head is different than the skin on your face.
Wow.
Treat that face right.
So your beard isn't itchy. It's the skin underneath. Like I could probably like sit here like dig out with my nail and like find like dead skin just because like I can't like scrub. Actually, probably not today because I wash my beard really good. But like that will happen if like I don't put anything in my beard for like 4 days. Like I'll just get like it's just like how you would get dry skin on your
beard
forehead.
dandruff.
Yeah.
On your forehead or whatever. So it's like the same thing. It's just like you have to think of it like cleaning the skin.
Okay.
And washing
Yeah.
the skin.
So my skin down here is just gross.
Well, yeah. Think
You
about
could
like,
change your life, John.
dude. Think about this. I washed my face for the first time like in July in like the last 3 years.
Washed your face?
Like yeah, like where I was actually able to like because I shaved my beard clean
Oh.
on July 1st or June 1st or whatever, and that was like the first time I've been clean shaven since I don't know junior year of high school, like where I've actually been clean shaven.
Yeah.
And I just was like the first time I've actually gotten to like fully wash my face.
How did it feel?
Oh, it was awesome. I did it every day for like 4 days until like I had like full scruff back.
just
And
like
then-
Joe just wakes up, just washes his face for like 45 minutes.
So this is literally I cut my hair I shaved my beard completely. This is like less than 6 months for sure.
Damn, bro.
I shaved my beard completely in July, and then I got another haircut in around like Thanksgiving, I think, or something like that. I don't know. So I've had one trim since then. So it's like,
She's letting it bush out right now.
well, yeah, there's no point to getting a haircut right now. I'm waiting for like I don't know. I don't go anywhere. So
Are you gonna like perfectly sculpt it?
yeah.
Like Kano?
It's already perfect. I mean, look at that.
Wow, I got like under scruff, but
Okay. What made you want to shave it? What sparked your decision to just go clean shaven after years of being this manly man?
So I had moved so in February of last year, I quit my job in California and I got to become the bat boy of the Mariners. And then I moved up here and then the pandemic hit. And then I couldn't find a place to live. And then I had to move back home. And then I kind of was like going through a bit of a crisis. So I was like, I'm going to shave my beard.
I get it, man.
And
I get it.
shaved it, and I saw my chin for the first time in 4 years. And I was like, you know what? I've lost some weight. Maybe I look a little different. Nope, definitely look better with the beard. Gonna keep this thing on for the rest of my life. And so yeah, it was mostly like maybe this will fix me. And I was like, this is way worse. Like now I'm ugly.
That's how any crisis is, though. You just try to make
Oh,
a
yeah.
big change, and then you're like, that wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think I'm like for my next haircut, I'm gonna do like a middle part, the sides, curl it, get pearls, and I'm just gonna go viral on TikTok. I'm just gonna start.
Yeah.
True. You could braid your beard too, and like you could kind of.
Oh, maybe I could become like the Viking of TikTok. And, like,
Get a
Yeah.
diamond in your forehead, a $24 million diamond in
True.
your forehead.
Okay, first of all, should we go into that now?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because I think that is everyone is shitting on him, and I think that's the coolest fucking thing in the entire
That's
world.
who's shitting on him. That's dope.
There's a lot of people think everyone's going like a yoink. I'm like, dude, no one's ripping out. Where do you sell a $24 million diamond that there's one of? You can't do anything with that. And like, even if you could sell it, you're selling it for like, I don't know, 12% of the value because no one's going to pay for a diamond.
Yeah.
You can't do anything or show off anywhere.
Yeah.
There's only one of those in the world. Like, we will never see that stone or a stone like that ever again. Pink diamonds, I believe, are the rarest diamonds in the world. And there's only like 2 mines that they actually come out of.
How do you know this?
I like
Did his
jewelry.
digging.
I like
Wow,
jewelry.
yes.
I like jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like yeah, the idea that like he is taking one of like the rare like kind of think it like it's literally like an infinity stone. It's one of the rarest like geological formations on this planet. Like
And he
to,
just
and he
puts it
puts
in
it on
his
his forehead,
face.
and it's for everyone to see.
And it's permanent. That's
sick.
Well, it's not. It can come out.
Oh, really?
I think it's. I was assuming.
I mean, you can
But
take
like,
it out.
he must have had to get like a surgery done to remove part of his skull here,
no,
right?
no. I'm assuming it's more of a piercing.
Super glue.
It's a
Oh.
think of it as like because people get like horns and shit on their head and like body modifications. Like it's not people do crazier shit than this. People cut their tongues in half and drill holes in their
Yeah.
cheeks. Like putting a $24 million diamond is crazy, but like putting a piece of jewelry in your it's not.
But
that
you don't
crazy.
think
what
I
is
just
it?
the photos made it seem like it was like in, not like on. You know?
I
is
bet
it
it was like incisioned or something like that, or like I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a video of it, but
Yeah.
like it makes sense to me that they would have just like because I don't know. You have to look at how it's set and like how like the jeweler kind of like did it because like
Yeah.
you can't just take a stone and like it has to
No.
have has metal or like
Yeah.
gold or something in there. It's to
Also, like,
hold it up.
Imagine if he's just playing dodgeball. Not that like Lil Uzi's playing dodgeball, but if he just gets drilled right in the forehead with something, that
Ooh,
has to hurt
that
so
would
much
hurt.
more.
Dude, I don't. Everyone's saying like Uzi's gonna get. I'm like, have you seen who he walks around with? I know that Uzi's a small guy, but these are like 5 of the biggest human beings on the planet.
Yeah, I saw like
They
there-
look like human elephants. They look like they're half human, half like they look like Mammokai from Lord of the Rings. They're just huge ginormous, and they wear his little tiny like backpack full of cash, and Uzi's just walking around like a little kid in the mall. It's like no one's messing with that guy.
Isn't he like, he's like
life.
5'8", 5'7"?
Yeah, he's tiny, maybe even 5'5".
Yeah.
Like the video, like it's only my third day out here. I don't know, like that. And then like, have you seen the one where he pays for the kid's school? He's like walking through the mall. He's like, Uzi, you pay for my college? He's like, I could do that. And then the guy, and like all the guards are like, get all up in the guy's face. He's like, sorry. And he's like, and then like Uzi's like, you do good in school? Like, you gonna send me all your grades? Okay. And he like literally just pays for the dude's college.
Dude,
like,
that's sweet.
The thing that like I've never understood about these celebrities that have these like posses and like bodyguards or whatever is, to me, that would get so annoying. It's like always, it's like every time you ever see like a rapper out in public, he has like 7 dudes walking with him, and I'm like, just for me, I'd get so annoyed, like not just being able to go to Target by myself. Or I mean, you could, but they don't seem to do that. They like always have their boys with them.
Because the alternative is better. I'd rather have my people around me than other. Because like, think about it, like if you see Lil Uzi with 7 people around him, you're not gonna go talk to him. If you see just Lil Uzi, like you're gonna go talk to him, or like maybe you will. You're more likely to approach whoever if they're not engaged in like other conversation and other.
It's also
groups,
just it's easier. Like he's not escaping me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like imagine if Lil
really
Uzi's at home and then he's like, you know what? I want to go get Pop-Tarts at Target. And then he just hits up, hey, Jimmy, I'm heading out. Hey, yo.
He's not going to Target, dude.
And he calls like 7 people to go to Target.
Nah, he's got a guy that goes to Target.
Jimmy goes to Target for him. That's how that works.
Jimmy, he owns a Target.
Yeah.
He's got like a supply.
Uzi has his own collab with Pop-Tart.
If I were super rich, I would just have a warehouse, like an Amazon warehouse where they just keep, or like GoPuff, where they keep all that shit in a big warehouse. And it's just my warehouse. And I just send a guy out and say like, hey, go grab me some like Fritos.
You just have like your own grocery store.
Yeah.
But if it's
wasteful.
just yours, a lot of the stuff would go bad.
At the point when you have money, you don't care about throwing away.
Like I'll throw that away.
Like 36, like when you spend $36 on like a DoorDash sandwich, and you're just like, you know, the post DoorDash, like what's it, Clarity.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just paid $36 for a sandwich. Like you would never have that feeling when you're like balling. You'd be like, $36 for a sandwich? Let's get another one.
That's like one of the coolest things. And just being able to just throw money out, like when you tip, like Chad Johnson, like Ochocinco, he tips like $10,000 just randomly at like a fucking Red Robin. Like, dude,
dope.
That'd be sweet. Wish I could throw money around like that. But I don't.
Money, it would just be, that's like, I just want to like just buy everything for everyone.
Just
be
have
so
money.
Cool. Bro, can you imagine me, David Dobrik, and just like buying whatever you want for whoever?
Yeah.
And like imagine just the amount of like pride or just like the good feelings you must feel knowing that you can buy your mom, your sister, your brother a brand new Tesla.
I'd do it so selfishly. I don't even care that you want it. I just want to feel. I want to feel good giving it to you. It's literally like that's the thought of it. It's like,
his karma's like all time through the roof.
He's also like, you know, kind of like.
Is he? I don't know much about him.
I'm just saying, like, you know, he like gets somebody in his group and he just like squeezes all the content out of them and then tosses them to the side.
Oh, yeah, that's how they operate over
the
there.
new person. I know, and like people come in and they get their. I know it's a system that they all kind of work in, but at like the same time, like if all of a sudden David Dobrik was like, yo, you guys should come over to the PIMS, you guys should come over to the house. And like you're just like over there, and he's like, you guys should like lay down. I'm gonna put like a snake and a bunch of tarantulas on you.
You're like, oh, okay, that'd be so funny, dude.
Yeah, but you would also be like, what if it was like you're gonna lay down here and like this giant sumo guy is gonna sit on your face with his bare ass. You'd be like, I don't know about this. Dude. Oh, it's gonna be so funny, guys. You gotta do it. It's like he just has that kind of pressure that he can apply, and it's like,
and you know that like if you're a part of David Dobrik's content, you're also gonna grow big.
Stonks go up.
So,
I mean, that's how it gets dangerous. Anyone that has any sort of position.
This is
of power.
kind of also like, you know, he hasn't posted a video in like a year, so he's kind of.
I did
becoming
hear
a little more
that
relevant.
I've seen just some like, or I was talking to someone, and then I've also heard that there's like videos explaining that. Like, obviously, I think he's funny. Like, when I watch his vlogs, I see the appeal. I'm like, okay, like, I get why people think he's funny. I don't think there's some YouTubers that I genuinely don't think are funny at all, but people love them.
I have never thought PewDiePie's ever said anything funny.
I like PewDiePie.
I cannot relate.
But I get David Dobrik, but like in all his vlogs, they just laugh. It's like basically 4 minutes of just laughing so hard. And I heard that what he does is like, they'll film a little funny bit, and then he'll redo it and be like, no, guys, like, I need you to laugh way harder.
Yeah.
And then they'll do it again. And that's why they're always like,
Yeah.
like the whole video.
Dude, you can't get out a sentence without like, okay, guys, so we're here in the car, and like, Kylie Jenner's in the backseat.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what's so funny, bro? Kylie's like, I am just here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Damn.
I mean.
That was a really good impression.
He killed it, but like, it's just like, yeah, like you said, like, it's just now like, all right, I've been watching this since like 2017. Like, this Jason Nash guy is 48 years old.
Yeah.
Why is he hanging out? Why is he hanging out with Charlie D'Amelio? Like, it's just getting a little weird. Like,
I've always thought Jason Nash was weird.
The idea,
yeah.
I mean, like, to think that like he was 40 years old and met him when he was 18, and they're like, let's fucking do this together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Me and this
bro.
40-year-old taking over the world.
I mean, and it's like, dude, that guy is the most shameless human being on the earth. I don't know how he's not like just embarrassed constantly. Like,
Okay, well, before we kind of dive too deep into the YouTube discussion, I think we need to switch gears here because we're already 30 minutes in and we haven't even touched the beauty of this episode, which is your trip that you took, which makes no sense to me or Kyle. I have no okay, guys, just so you know, Joe's going to tell some stories of this trip he went on, but all Kyle and I know is that he went on some crazy ass trip.
And I'm about to believe everything you say because you showed me some pictures that.
And then I posted some stuff while I was like on the trip so people could like kind of see, but I definitely wasn't showing like what I was doing. But it literally happened like so fast. So it was probably a Wednesday that I was like, hey, like, are you guys familiar with like all gas, no brakes?
Yeah, but can you just break down the whole story for like people who don't really know?
So like all gas, no brakes is like it's like a man on the street where he just basically goes up to people and he'll go onto like Bourbon Street or like to Trump rallies and he'll just like let people embarrass themselves. He'll just like ask them questions. He'll act stupid. He'll like he'll play down that he's like, you know, naive and or play up the fact that he's like naive and he just gets people to say crazy shit. And so
he's a YouTuber. Like,
yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Content.
He's very popular.
Yeah.
He just did a thing with Vice. And so that's like the kind of the concept of like what I was going to film. And there was this girl, her name was Sammy, and she was sort of doing the same thing. She like, lives in her van and she was just driving around. And so somehow, you know, the universe aligned to where like somebody was like, hey, she needs someone to be like a videographer for her to go on this thing. And like, would you want to do this? And I was like, I had not been working for like however long. And I was like, I'll get paid a couple $100 like to go do this. Like all the trips paid for, like I get to go see a bunch of different places I've never been to Boston, like I've been to DC, but like on a school field trip. So it's like, you're only like between the lines. And so yeah, I literally go do a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting, then a dinner that night, and then on a red eye the next day.
With the girl or with all gas, no brakes?
The girl. I was just all gas, no brakes. It was just to get an idea of what I was going to do.
All you knew is you were just filming a bunch of
that was what someone told me.
This girl.
Yeah, it was like this girl does something similar to all gas, no brakes. That's what you're going to film. And I was like, okay. And edit and like do that kind of stuff. And so then I talked to her on FaceTime briefly, like, you know, stalked her Instagram to like see, you know, what she was like, who I was going to hang out with for a week and live with.
Is she popular or like up and coming?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
She was getting traction. Like she had like right when I took off, she had a video that was on like that ended up getting like 7 million plays on TikTok.
Oh shit.
And she went from like 1,000 followers to like 50,000 followers in the week that we did this.
Wow.
And this was this was right before the insurrection on the like the attack on the Capitol. It was like the week before that. It was like right before Christmas. It was the Million Man MAGA March. That was the first event I went to film for. So I red-eyed to DC.
The Million Man
MAGA March. It was like a Trump support, like, you know, like we're still a million, like like it was, they're gonna put a million, you know.
Was there actually a million people?
No.
Oh, I'm like, holy shit.
But they had like speakers. They had like General Flynn and like Alex Jones and like all these people that like you've seen in the news for like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And it was really weird too, by the way.
But Alex Jones isn't pro-Trump, is he?
He'll take the check to yell at fucking
idiots.
idiots.
He's just crazy.
Yeah, and like that was the thing, like that you go to meet these people. But I'm skipping a very important part. So I get off the plane, okay, and I have not met this person. She picks me up, and we go to park in the airport parking lot. Fine, we're gonna leave the car there. We're gonna take metro into the city and do our filming. Cool. So we land out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna change into some clothes real quick. So I just, you know, change in the thing, do the doors or whatever. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, cool. She's gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna change here. Bro, she dropped down and took a shit right there in a bag.
In the parking lot?
In the parking garage.
What?
Like the same way that you were standing changing between the doors.
Yes, in a
she just
minivan.
took
A
shit.
minivan. She just closed the minivan door, opened her front door, and just like took a shit in a bag right there.
Did she wipe?
Yes. I actually, you know what? I'm assuming she has like, there was like paper towels in the
it's
car.
not like you were
So
looking
like,
or anything.
Could you smell
No,
it?
I was not.
Could you smell it?
No, but she asked me for cologne. She's like, do you have any cologne? And I was like, no.
Did you guys like openly talk about like, hey, you just shit in the bag?
I was like, there was a lot. Okay, so first of all, like that was a test, right? Like that had to have been a test.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a couple options, right? Either I freak out, I ignore it, or I ask for the bag and shit into the bag after her.
Oh.
That's what I was
So
gonna say.
it's like it's an ultimate power play in that situation. I didn't do that. I was just like, I was on,
ignored it?
bro. I had just gotten off a red eye. Like the whole day was spent like me like making sure I was like set up because I'm leaving on a trip in like 4 hours and like it's for a week and like I don't know what I should bring and what I should pack and like do I need to bring film gear and like all this stuff. I haven't done a film project.
Did you
in, like,
feel
2 years.
like you were like? Did you have anxiety about like having to be professional and act like, oh my god, like, I don't know who this girl is?
All that's out the door. She just shit in a bag.
Yeah, I mean, I also saw that like her setup was pretty guerrilla and like she was also like not very particular.
Okay. So
I'm pretty organized. So like was different. But yeah, I mean, like, that was just crazy. And then we go, and it's like, the people there are like Proud Boys and like really crazy people. Like, we listened to this guy who was just a full blown incel, like, just talk about how he's like, I would never date a woman with a body count higher than 5. And like, we need to teach women that to respect their bodies and like, so they can't have abortions and become cum dumpsters. And like, this is all like literal stuff.
And this girl is like interviewing these guys.
She's just saying like, what do you think about abortion? And then like, lets these people go. Like these people have just been dying to like let like someone listen to their opinions and like let them feel valid. But it's like,
and does she ever argue with them, or is she more just like letting them say whatever they want?
She's just trying to get sound bites.
Yeah.
So she's not trying to like cause confrontation. Her shirt said Trump can grab my pussy.
So she also had just shit into a bag too.
Yeah, like
so she knows what she's doing though. Like she's not trying to debate.
You guys familiar with the Proud Boys?
It's
like a guy like they wear like hockey gear and baseball and they wear like black and yellow and they're like we're like paramilitary, like it's like this and they're usually
it's like a huge community though, right? Like there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them in all kinds of different places. So that's what I learned is we went to DC and like we're on that like the big green yard with the Washington Monument at the end of it. Yeah. I think it's called the Mall. And so like on the far end close to the Washington Monument, there's like 60 Proud Boys. And I was wearing all black because that's what you wear as a cameraman. Like, you know this. Like, you're supposed to wear, like, set and, like, anything like that. So I'm wearing all black. Well, all black is also Antifa. And so I was getting threatened like crazy, dude. Like, people just whispering in my ear. Like, I thought for sure the camera was getting smashed. And then all these Proud Boys are circled chest out, shoulder to shoulder. And they're like, piss box. And you can tell there's some dude going in there pissing. What does Sammy do? She sprints right towards it. And she's like, I heard you guys have a piss box. Can I take a piss? She goes into the piss box, and one of the Proud Boys, these people who were not talking to me the entire thing, everyone like giving me cold eyes and cold shoulders, he grabs the mic right out of her hand. He's like, we're here live at the blah, 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 we're the MAGA March, and we're here at the piss box. We got a beautiful young lady here just using our facilities. And he's like, and then some other guy grabs like the piss box originated New York District Proud Boys.
Wait.
Piss box.
So there's a box and they
No.
around
They made a box of humans. So they made like
it's like a wall to hide when you're peeing.
So they all stand shoulder to shoulder and they make like a room, you know.
She was squatting.
And then she just like hopped in there. And then
but normally do other of their members who need to pee.
Yeah, dudes will just go in there
and pee in the middle.
It's like how, you know, like in like when they piss on the sidelines in football, they just all hold up towels and they piss into a trash can. It's like the same kind of concept.
Dude, it's a bummer she had just taken a shit because she could have just dropped one right in the middle of those guys.
That's okay. You say that, and then she literally goes, "Can I shit?" And he goes, and everyone's like, "No." And then the guy's like, "No, shut up. Let her shit. If she has to shit, she has to shit. Let her shit." And then she was like, she made like a joke, and she was like, "I can't." And I was just like, dude, it was crazy.
So like, you're just there like filming it.
I have no idea what I should be like. I literally I'm like delusional because I haven't slept. And like this is what I'm seeing.
Joe's like, just walking around like, is this real?
Bro, Alex Jones is in the background, and like I don't know, for whatever reason, all this stuff is so religiously tied. It's all tied to religion. Like I felt like I was at church. Everything was about like, this is about Jericho, and like I'm like, what the fuck is Jericho? Like this is about America, dude. Like what are you talking about? Like you guys are just trying to get elected. Like don't you guys want to like fix the roads and like make sure people are safe? Like, I don't know. Like what the fuck is Jericho? Like and these people are like, Jericho, praise blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, and then like having conversations with these people, it's like, there's no point because this guy, like, you're talking to the guy about the election. He's like, well, you know, I went to bed and the maps were red and I woke up and they're blue. So you explain something to me how that worked out. I'm like, time zones. You went to bed at 9 o'clock. It's 6 p.m.
They count ballots and different numbers can go up and down.
California, 53 million or whatever, 50 whatever million people. Like it's just more people than Texas or not Texas, like Alabama. Like it's just like these people.
Yeah, like there's some people that,
and these people were rich. These were not poor people that like got, these people were wearing like designer shit. Like they were wearing nice clothes. I flew on the plane with them because I took a flight from Seattle to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to DC. And my entire plane that morning from Atlanta to DC was all MAGAs.
Damn, that's crazy.
They were doing Trump 2020 on the plane and shit, dude.
Yeah. Chance to go?
Yes, dude. It was like we were going to the Super Bowl on the Seahawks plane, but except we were going to like sell like, dude, it's just crazy. And they had already lost too. Like,
Yeah.
but this is well past the election being like actually lost and then decided and then like stamped and
initiated,
approved. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it didn't get officially stamped and approved until they busted into the Capitol. But like this is like the leading up to it. And like the night that I left DC, they like had riots in the streets and shit. But so that's like DC in a nutshell.
Okay, so
day one, like first 8 hours of the trip.
Yeah. Okay, so just to break it down for people. So
Oh my God.
this was originally it was 1 week, right? And you knew
it was an undetermined amount of time. I
Okay.
left on like the 14th, and I knew I was going to be home around Christmas.
Okay, so you flew to Atlanta, then to DC for one night or one
Yeah,
day.
we stayed in DC,
and then the next day, where did you go?
the next morning we drove up to Boston.
And you said Boston wasn't very eventful.
Boston was like we went to go film with this guy, and it just like it was not nearly as eventful as like DC because like so much happened in DC so fast, and then we like took 3 days to film with this guy, and like it just took a long time. So
Yeah.
but it was super cold, and then we drove through that blizzard that happened at the end of the like that blizzard that like ravaged the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we drove from Boston. Like we drove like 13 hours and it only made it to like New Jersey. And so Boston was like 3 days, and then
Was the girl was she cool? Like, did you become friends over this road trip, or was it more
I
like
mean,
you guys were just kind of working together? And,
we were definitely like she has a very different life than like our upbringing. I feel like the three of us have pretty similar like
We grew up in the same area.
exactly.
Like,
So we have a lot of like things that overlap in our lives, and like her parents were like Christian scientists.
Oh.
So like she's like I don't think she like has vaccines or like does normal like medical stuff. So like
in a bag.
pooped in a parking lot.
I cannot get
that's
over
a
that.
different thing. She was so first of all, like I didn't think that like look, we're doing like a road trip for 10 days. Like I figured that like something like that might happen. Did I think it was going to happen in the first 16 minutes? No. Did I think it was going to happen in the parking lot of an airport where there was a bathroom 5 minutes away? No. But she explained to me that she doesn't believe that pooping and peeing and using the bathroom should take time.
Okay.
And I don't disagree with that logic, but there's not a more efficient route for us to take yet that we can all agree on.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
we can't
think
just all shit in bags.
walking into my bathroom and then pooping and coming back doesn't take particularly much longer than it would if I pooped right here.
I don't know what would be more efficient because now I have to clean the shit that I just took right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Either way.
It's like just
It's just I don't know.
She was nice.
Yeah.
Like she like let me into her life for like a week and like let me stay in her home. Like her apartment was her van. Like
Yeah.
and
Oh, so you guys both slept
No,
in
no,
the
no, no,
van?
no, no, no.
Oh, okay.
no. Did not sleep in the van. Actually, I slept in the van one night in Florida.
Oh, okay.
And that was I'll just fast forward. So we drove all the way down from Boston. It took like 3 days. We get to Florida. We check into the hotel in Florida. This is like still peak pandemic. The guy in Florida, like the guy who's checking me into my hotel, not even wearing a mask. And like none of the restaurants like nowhere is required masks in Florida. So I was like, that was whatever.
But
so
were you guys wearing?
I was
you
wearing a
and
mask
her?
during this time. Once I got to the house that we were thinking, the mask was kind of gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody on this watching is familiar with the Sausage Castle or Mike Busey. Are you guys familiar with
No.
Gary
No.
Busey?
Yeah, I know Gary Busey.
You seen the movie where the kid breaks his arm and then he's the pitcher for the Cubs?
Okay. Well, I know the name.
Oh, is that his son?
No, it's the Chet Stedman, like give him the hot stinky cheddar, like the pitcher that like throws his arm out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is that Gary Busey?
That's Gary Busey, yeah, the
Whoa.
blonde haired guy.
I just know Gary Busey from like what he is now.
Yeah, with the big teeth and like crazy weirdo.
He's
yeah.
just a
Okay.
psycho. He was
So-
on The Apprentice and shit. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. If you've seen that movie, you've definitely seen him in movies. He's like
Okay.
he's probably in like 60 movies that are just like random, like
Yeah.
But
Wait, so it's his or it's like
it's
his son?
his nephew
Oh,
is
okay.
Mike Busey,
Okay.
and they have this thing called the Sausage Castle, or it's called Sausage Castle 7 or Sausage Castle 8 because they've had 7 of them now.
a lot of sausage.
So this guy is just like all he does is party and like make porn and like that's it. Like he is very weird looking. He has like it's a trashy Florida man's Playboy mansion. So it's like
It's like wannabe Dan Bilzerian.
no, it's like
Wannabe
wannabe
Hugh
Hugh
Hefner.
Hefner, yeah. And so there's like Busey beauties, and so they're like I don't know what they are. I'm guessing models, but they're just like strippers. And there's like stripper poles everywhere, and there's like everything is like
They like employees?
Yeah,
or
they're
just like
employees.
hang out there.
Like they
Both.
just live at his house. and
Yeah,
get
everyone lives there. Everything is filmed. You sign off all these waivers. All the house is filmed all the time.
And
There's
then what do they film for? Is there a show called like Sausage Castle?
There's
or-
content that's like you go to the website and they have
okay.
like so when the party I went to was Mike's 40th birthday. It was the Sausage Castle roast of Mike Busey. So he had like all of his friends roast him, And
that's when you were there.
yeah, that's what I was going to film.
And how did you get in there? Did the girl know him?
The girl got in through somebody who lived on the property or whatever. But like people that were there, it was like Joey Fatone was there, Park Bonifay was there, Tifu's brother was there.
That's such a random group of
Joey
people.
Fatone?
Yeah. Joey Fatone was like finger banging his girlfriend through the whole roast. It was crazy.
Oh, didn't you like get a photo with Tifu's brother?
I did. I got a photo with Savage.
Wait, there was people like, just fingering each other during the. Is this like so are people just like having orgies in this house?
Yeah, dude. No, 100%. Yeah. No, people are just like having like openly, like people are openly hooking up, and there's like naked people and shit. Like so there's like a giant horse statue outside, and 2 people were having sex on the horse statue. It's like a 15-foot horse statue. I don't know how they got up there. It was an athletic accomplishment. Like this is like balance and stuff. It was crazy, dude.
Is this like a mansion or just like kind of a shack?
No, it's a mansion. Like it's a full compound. They have like he had a full blown. There's like a lake. He has a gun range. He has a boxing rink. He has a casino. He has like a stage.
Legit.
It's a
not
compound.
like,
Yeah,
oh
like
my
Jackass
God.
guys used to party there, like in the Jackass days, and like, there's like all these articles of like Rolling Stone and all these different things. I think so. He makes his money now by doing this whole thing, but like I think they had like insurance fraud where they just kept burning down their house and cashing in on it, and that's how they did it. And like he's been arrested, and that's his thing. It's like, bro, you got arrested for like selling liquor without a liquor license because like you charge people to come to your party. And, like,
Yeah.
So it's like, but you
Wait,
paid 33. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, so when you and that girl they were with went, why did she get in? Like, was she going to interview people for content, or
Yeah,
was she kind of
just hoping to go around and like interview people.
and just get like good
I
content?
mean,
Yeah.
that's a great place to get content.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, also not great place to get YouTube content because,
you
like I
can't
said,
post it.
yes, there's
You got
naked
Joey
stuff
Fatone
all the time.
fucking fingering his
There's
girlfriend.
porn on like every screen. There's not like drugs though, so it was like really clean and like everyone's really respectful. So it's weird. It's just like everyone is kind of agreeing that like, hey, we all know that this is crazy, but like we're all like, this is why we're here.
Are they like sober, or are people?
No,
kinda,
people are
like,
drinking. People are fucked up, but like everyone is like.
but it's not like a crack house.
No, people aren't like doing coke and stuff
Well,
and
that's
out in the public and like or out in the open at least. And like
They're just fucking on a horse statue.
no, people will fuck like anywhere in the house. There's like beds and bunk beds, and then like when people start fucking, like they will film it and they will put it on their website. That's
Just
like their,
any time. It's just like, hey, I say
Anything-
breakfast. You down to go fuck real quick? They're like,
you
yeah.
sign off everything. You sign off all liabilities and waivers and rights and stuff. So
God.
anything on the property they can film and use on their website. So maybe there's something of me like that I was like just standing in the background of like some like I don't know. Dude, it was great.
Oh, you might be in one of their videos.
Yeah, I'm definitely in somewhere. Yeah.
I think they film like the bathroom and shit too.
No, I mean it's not like hidden cameras. It's like camera guys walking around and like
Okay.
sticking their cameras in people's faces. But like I'm trying to think like what else was there? What there was there?
So you were there specifically for like a birthday party.
Yeah, there was an event which was like a members event, and so like that's the other thing. So like if you subscribe to the membership, you get access to like their content, their podcast, and like some other like videos and pictures and stuff, which is mostly like these models and like porn and stuff, and then also the events, and then you can go to the parties. You can go to the events.
Oh, so wow, so that's good for like the incels or the weirdos. Like, who are the type of people that are subscribing to this thing?
But then again, who are are they really going to go? Like, no. And they also have to be in Florida. Like the people, like I thought it was going to just be a bunch of dudes, right? Because you can just sign up $30 and go to this thing. And it's like between like the models that were there and the actual people that just showed up. Like I met this guy, Phil, and like he has an RV. His name's Phil McCracken.
Okay.
He's like huge beard, skull cap, huge tattoo on his head, huge tattoos all over his body.
Hell yeah.
He was wearing like Dior Converse. He was just like, and he's like a dad. Like I follow him on Instagram. He's a total man. Phil, if you're watching, respect. Shout out
Phil.
Gibbs. It's like his company. I don't know.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Free promo.
I thought Gibbs was a different guy.
No. He's got like this beard stuff, and he's got beard like sanitizer.
Oh,
all
he's
this
the beard
different-
guy.
Yeah, he's just like he was nice, but so his RV was just like it was full of I think he brought down like 2 strippers from New Jersey, and like he just had this whole RV full of girls, and then one of the girls that was in there, I guess her thing was she just loved getting her ass slapped, so she was like, "What'll break first, your hand or my ass?" And she just had every dude in this entire party like slapping her ass, and she was like, "Nope, you're out." And like she just I don't know what it was that she was just that was
People
her
just
thing.
wind up.
Bro, her ass was black. She was like showing it, and it's like, dude, her whole ass and like hip and thigh was just totally bruised, and she was just like into it. And then
are
she
into
lost her
different
phone,
things.
and she was like hysterically crying. I'm like, really? Like that's what your leg looks like, and you're freaking out over your phone? I was like, you might be like internally bleeding. Like,
Dude,
it was insane.
it just
So
seems
what
like
did you? So were you kind of busy? Did you treat it as like, I'm here for work, so I'm going to focus on filming the whole time? Or when you were there, were you like, I'm going to have fun and just like,
I'm getting on the horse
meet some of these people and do like just goofy shit? Or were you more like trying to be the camera guy?
I definitely had the camera like at all time. Also, I left out a little detail. We got there early, and it was kind of weird getting in, but we got just like let in. And so then we're on the compound like 4 hours before this party starts, and Sammy like met someone that she had met at the thing before, and they do like a 2-hour OnlyFans photo shoot that I'm just like holding the bag for. And I don't know if you've ever been involved in an OnlyFans photo shoot. But
I haven't been.
It is detailed. Like the description of like what they want you to do and like how they want you to pose and stuff. And I'm just like, I think I'm gonna go like look for a lemonade or something. Like,
you guys got Mike's hard?
yeah, I think I'm just gonna. You guys got like juice box, Capri Sun or something? Just like a Capri Sun. Capri Sun would be good.
God damn.
But like, yeah, he's like, let's go over here on the cop car. Like, let's go over here on the play set. Like, let's go over here on the merry-go-round. And I'm just like,
So was this just like naked posing, or was it like?
Was she? Wait, so
It
it
was
was the
all
girl
her.
you were with?
yes.
Oh, so she also has a OnlyFans.
yes.
So she does content. She does
it all.
She lives
Woman
out of
of
her
many
van. She
talents.
lives out of her van and doesn't have a job, so she'll take any.
She has a lot of jobs
Clearly,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
she just got a lot of jobs.
Okay, so now was her OnlyFans stuff like? Was it with a dude or was there just a
no,
photographer?
this was
that
just like photos
Okay,
of just
okay.
her.
Some solo.
Okay, interesting.
It was very like we shared hotel rooms and like she was very open, like she was just like walking around naked,
What the fuck?
and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
You're like, oh, okay, good night. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah. Well, so there was like 2 times where there was like the hotel only had 1 bed, and so but she sleeps like fully clothed with socks, a hoodie, and like a beanie on. But like up until then, she's like walking around. It's super funny.
What?
And I'm like, she's like, I just like to be cozy, and I was like, I feel it. Like, and she's been sleeping in her van, so like she's just used to that now. And
Yeah,
so
that's
I was like,
true.
whatever. Like I'm not trying to get on your side, anyways.
Yeah.
So
So,
Wow.
what did anything cool happen during this party once it started?
yeah, I mean, like it was. I got to meet like I met Jack Tenney, who's Tifu's brother.
Yeah.
And he's part of like the Juke Squad. And I don't know if you just saw like the Holly Boob,
No.
like
what's that?
Hollywood sign. They
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
put a B over the W and they turned the D into a B and they made the Holly Boob sign.
Oh, that's dope.
And so yeah, they like I just had met them. They're like, bro, you're not gonna have. And he was telling me that like he was telling me all about this, but wasn't telling me directly like that they were
Yeah.
doing this. And he's like, you got no idea. We got something huge coming. Like it's gonna be like blow everything we've done out of the water. I was like, that was
Holly
pretty big.
Boob.
They all got arrested and like
What is his con? His con is just doing like wild shit.
it's like
right?
PG-13 jackass. That's kind of
Yeah.
like my one short answer to it. It's
Like
like, they
milk?
don't. No, because they don't. It's not like drugs and drinking and like. It's not R-rated. It's PG-13 like Jackass. It's more about like the stunts and like the action sports.
stuff.
They're not gonna
things.
have their dick bitten by a snake.
Yeah, and they're not gonna like make somebody like drink a ton or
Or
something.
pretend that they're selling cocaine in Colombia.
Like that. Yeah, like Jack didn't want to film anything because he was drunk.
Yeah.
Or
Did you
he-
guys hear about that Nelk thing?
I don't. Yeah,
They
do-
went to Colombia. They filled their whole trunk of their car with like Coca-Cola bottles, and then they drove around. They're like, I don't know. I haven't seen the video, but from what I've heard, they're just like yelling, like, "Oh, I got a bunch of Coke," and they just see how long it takes till they get arrested or something.
That seems
That is a
smart.
horrible idea.
Yeah.
I
don't
wouldn't recommend
know.
getting arrested in a foreign country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
no.
recommend going to like a foreign country just to fucking be a dickhead.
That
Yeah.
too.
Especially, I would not go into
Is that
like.
recently too? Like, did that like during the pandemic?
Yeah, no. So I think what happened was they did it like years ago, and then they wanted to kind of like retry it again and like see if they could get away with like a bigger stunt this time. That's
Dude.
my understanding.
Those guys like they're just gonna get to a point where they're gonna do something so bad
that they get real arrested
Yeah.
like for a long time.
because those guys.
I think they're
just
gonna
push
get
the
arrested for stuff they do off camera first.
limit. What do they do off camera?
I don't know. They're just like it's just like influencers. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna get trapped into like
That's true.
something with a
Weird shit.
yeah, and they're all like I don't know. I don't know these guys, but like I don't know. I could definitely see like just when you see like YouTubers, like somebody's gonna mess around with a young girl in their crew and get busted or get caught messaging one or something. Like
Yeah.
So
Dude, that happens way too much.
way too much.
With all these YouTubers messaging like 15-year-old girls.
Bro, just
Like,
don't
bro.
talk to a girl that's not 18.
It's so and it's funny because it's like
talk people
dude,
your
you
age.
have built so much, and for what to talk to a girl?
Yeah.
Like that's so just to talk to her. Like what do you like?
yeah.
Or like even if you are getting like it's just like what you throwing everything away, and it's
Yeah.
also it's disgusting. Like on top of that,
And
like
it's
but
everything you've ever built just to be a fucking creep.
gone.
Yeah.
One day, that dude Carson, you know Carson on Twitter,
Yeah.
gone.
You know Mini Lad?
Is he gone too?
Yeah, well, he's trying to come back, but he makes videos and Everyone just absolutely destroys him. He lost all his sponsors.
What did he do?
He was sending pictures to an underage fan.
Oh, just like, don't do that. It's so easy to not do that. I don't know, man.
It's easier not to do it than to do it.
Yeah.
Literally, it's less work.
Yeah.
People are just fucking dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so you're at this party, you have a good time, you meet some cool people, do some wild shit. Was there anything in particular that was like the weirdest thing that you witnessed? Or I mean, the girl walking around with the broken ass. That was pretty weird.
I think people having sex on the horse, because I was just like walking, and I was like, and I'm like, that's a whole. And they also had one of those, those like 30-foot like skeletons they were selling at Home Depot. They made the meme like it was like a giant
ones?
No, it's like a giant standing skeleton that was like a lawn ornament for Halloween.
Okay.
And so they have like 5 of them around the house. And so there was just 2 of them standing over the horse. And so they're like these 2 giant skeletons just like looking down, and these people are just going to town on top of this horse. And like I didn't do like they're like standing on the horse.
Oh, they're balanced.
How big is this horse?
It's a large. I said it was like
a full size.
Yeah, but like there's room to like stand.
I don't know, like the 11, 12 hands.
Oh, is this outside the house or inside?
Yeah, outside the house.
Oh, so they got fresh air. There's no roof.
Okay.
They just get up.
I might have a picture somewhere that I can find and show you guys.
I just like when you walk past that, do you
I also like
acknowledge it?
I really strongly encourage like to just pause for a second and like look what Mike Busey is and look up the Sausage Castle so that you can actually get kind of a visual idea of like what I'm talking. Like this is crazy, people, and it's like
it sounds like Jackass, but more porn than stunt.
Yes, and it's not like the sexiest women in the world. Oh. It's Florida.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of Florida in the swamp.
Yeah. Now,
oh man,
if everyone knows they know what they signed up for and with the cameras and stuff. So if you saw something weird and you were just like, I kind of want to take a photo, does part of you hesitate, or do you just feel like, you know what? I can just literally take a photo of these people having sex and it's cool.
Yeah, I felt invincible with the camera, except for when I saw Joey Fatone like finger banging his girlfriend during the roast.
You were like, I'm not going to do that.
I was like, this is a one guy that I don't want to turn around with, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I listened to you as a child.
Yeah.
Wait, who is he? Is he a YouTuber?
He's from NSYNC.
Is he a YouTuber?
I don't know who that is.
You know
Joey
Joey
Fatone?
No.
Dancing with the Stars, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 1, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
NSYNC is all you need to know. He's from NSYNC.
Would I recognize him, you think?
Yeah, you'd recognize him. He's like the second most known NSYNC person behind.
No, he's probably the third.
JC Chazé was on the I think he's from NSYNC, right? JC Chazé. Could be wrong.
I might think I do honestly get the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC members
yes,
mixed
that's
up.
what I'm saying.
So do you guys know anyone in the Backstreet Boys?
Nick Carter. One of the
Yeah,
Carters.
Nick Carter.
Aaron Carter's brother.
What happened to those guys? None of them are that famous anymore.
Aaron Carter is fighting Lamar Odom in a boxing match.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
Wait, is Aaron Carter is the one from Backstreet Boys?
No. Aaron Carter is like the
brother of.
Yeah, he's like the pop star that's like he was like Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah,
and like,
he was like a pop star in like 04.
He's like, I beat Shaq. You know
and then
that
what
song?
did he do? What is he known for?
Macaulay Culkin. I don't know. He's like
Pretty sure
Macaulay
he hung out
Culkin.
at Wazoo a lot. Like
Really?
Yeah.
You say he's like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, they washed up. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what happens when like a
Nah,
teenage like pop star doesn't like have a platform that they can?
Yeah.
The only reason Justin Bieber is like still going is because he was able to like bridge this gap. They didn't have to like have these stops. You know what I mean? Aaron Carter didn't have like any way to like showcase himself except for like, hey, like I can go on kids shows and then like what am I gonna do? Just go directly from kids show to like late night? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
sure he did
now-
porn too.
I'm sure he's done a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of drugs. He's bought fake Rolexes. Like
Now you said he's what? He's fighting Lamar Odom
Lamar
in a
Odom.
boxing match.
6'1"
Lamar
versus
is
6'11".
Yeah. What?
Wasn't Lamar Odom like in the
Brain
ICU?
dead? Yes.
Yes.
He was brain
He was
dead.
literally dead.
He came back to life.
Why is he fighting?
I don't know.
Cockroach, dude. He's not gonna lose.
They literally found his body like pumped full of drugs in a whorehouse in Nevada, and he was just like he
lived.
or a
kind
brothel.
of-
I shouldn't say
kind of
whorehouse.
dope.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Come on, get your terminology.
Yeah, I support sex work.
by
Legalize
the-
sex work.
By the way, well, first of all, I don't know if this is even true because I Googled it and it didn't seem accurate, but someone commented on our video or an episode a couple weeks ago, and they said, by the way, you guys use the term masseuse, and that's actually like a derogatory term. Masseuse, he said masseuse implies that it's like a sex massage ending, like with a happy ending, whereas what you're supposed to say is a massage therapist is like a person who just gives a massage.
Because then it's
No,
just for
a
therapy.
massage therapist is someone who's qualified. A masseuse is someone who just rubs you down.
That's true.
That was
That's
kind
the
of his
difference.
point.
Yeah, that's fair, but like then it's not like you didn't necessarily use the term wrong for sure. Like there's no guarantee that. I mean, probably if you go into the right spots, then you probably are getting a massage
they're
therapist.
like a licensed.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you head down Aurora, there's a lot of masseuses.
Yeah.
Bro, just for any young people watching, any massage therapy place that is, or massage parlor that is open at 9 p.m. is jerking people off.
Yeah.
Like, just so we're all aware.
Robert Kraft knows.
I'm just saying, like, why do you need red neon blacked out windows, and why are you open at 8:15 on a Thursday? No one's
man,
rolling
it's
through from
very-
8:15 massage.
I had a 12-hour shift. Then I went to the gym. My muscles are really tight. I need someone to loosen me up.
And it's a good thing it's right next to the motel I'm staying in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and across from a teriyaki joint.
Yes.
Okay, so you went to this crazy party at Sausage Kingdom.
The Sausage Castle.
Sausage Castle.
Sausage Kingdom.
Yeah.
Now, did the trip continue, or was that
That was the end of the road there.
Wow,
but
what a way to wrap it up.
So how do you ever live up to that ever again?
Uh,
Like, what's the next step?
I mean, like, I would just really like to get my job back. That'd be like,
That's
Yeah.
probably step one.
I think
yeah.
like that would be even cooler to like hang out with Mike Trout and Clayton Kershaw and shit. But
That's facts. That's
Do you have any sort of like insight on like do you think you will be able to get your job back when everyone's vaccinated, or is it all up in the air?
I believe that we will have baseball in like 9 days.
But
pitchers and
you
catchers.
like, would
Yeah, that's
you have
why.
a job,
pitchers and catchers
or
reported.
you don't know?
I don't want to say either way because
Okay.
I don't know how I'm going to handle the no.
Yeah.
Because I have wanted this since I was 9 years old, and like my grandma was like the reason why I love Mariners baseball. She took me to hella games, and like she's hella sick, and it's like if I don't get to like do it once before like I want her to see it, and like she's not already even going to be able to go to a game, so that like
Yeah.
sucks. But I think like at this point like I can't get excited about things because
Yeah.
it's just crushing to me.
I feel that.
I just had like the worst. I mean, like everyone had a bad year, but like, bro, if we wrote down some lists, bro, it's bad for me. I didn't do a ton to help myself, and I'm realizing that now, kind of thing. But I think that like, if it comes down to what the protocols are going to be and like how many people they allow, I'm getting vaccinated next week, so I'll be taken care of that way.
Yeah,
true.
Ironically, I'm getting vaccinated the day exactly 1 year to the date of my move.
Wow.
Damn.
Full
circle.
It's very full circle, and it'll probably be pretty emotional because like when I left California, I had a good amount of money. I was feeling really high. I had just pretty much locked in my dream job. I was like getting ready to move back home. I had just lost a ton of weight. And then
we were throwing the baseball around.
we were throwing the
And
baseball
then they're
around.
like, psych.
And then Rudy Gobert's like, I don't feel so good.
Let me touch all these
And-
microphones.
da-da-da-da-da. And then it was just like 4 months of like, I don't know. I didn't like, I knew that we weren't having baseball like March 8th. And then I didn't get told that I wasn't working for the Mariners until June 1st. So I sat there for 3 months waiting every day
limbo.
for the call. And then I've been sitting like every day for the last now like 2 weeks waiting for more news. And
Yeah.
I knew it was a good sign. I got like in the Christmas text. So I was like,
Okay,
cool.
You're in there.
Let's go.
That was
You're in
big.
the group text.
Yeah, well, I was in the group text before too, but it's just like at least I'm still in it. Like I haven't talked to anybody in months.
Wait, who's in this group text?
It's just like the
Kyle
boss.
Seager.
No, it's just like it's
Oh,
just the club.
damn.
It's just the clubhouse.
It'd be dope
Yeah.
if they have like the entire organization.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000-person group text.
Marco Gonzalez. I'm excited for the new season, guys.
Marco's like, here's my dog. I'm like, all right, Marco, relax.
Yeah.
Your dog's cute. We get it. I would like to pet that dog. I hope I get the opportunity to.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, bark at the park. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, dude. It'd be just so cool.
Yeah,
So I'm optimistic because I think at the end of the day, like, the one thing that would for sure guarantee no would be sizing of like how many people they can bring on and the
Yeah.
schedule. Like if we play 162 games, then they're going to have hours that they need filled. And for hours, they need people. But then it's like, are they going to just bring somebody on to like work every game? Or like,
Yeah.
because that would make more sense.
Last I've heard was they were talking about 152 game season.
No, 162.
Didn't they change it again?
No.
Oh.
The players will not agree to it. The MLB, so just a little breakdown on how this works. The MLB wanted to propose something that looked good to us as fans. The only reason they did that was because once the players reopen the negotiations, they can't close it and go back to the
Right.
original deal. They have to come to a new deal. So
Okay.
once the deal gets opened and they were like, okay, we want to work on a couple of things, the owners will just pour a huge bucket of shit into the deal and they'll fucking just supports the players, and then the players will get locked out because the owners can afford to not have a season, either whether they say it or not, because they don't have to pay the players if there's no baseball. So all these players lose out a whole year of their abilities, a whole year of their money, a whole year of playtime, all this stuff. So they can't afford to lose a year.
As a result, then they agree to like a different.
Then they agree to a shitty, crappy deal that is very beneficial to the owners. That is
happens in every sport.
It happens long-term
so then
effects.
how come? Then why don't they just agree to the original one if they know that that's
what
going
they
to
did.
be the process?
They didn't even. They said we reject your counteroffer. We're not going to counteroffer. Like the deal is to start baseball on March. Whatever.
Oh, so they did do the best decision this time, where they agreed to it.
Well, so there was let's just say like January 1st, 2021, like a reset was hit, and like the baseball is going to continue as of normal, like just like a regular year, 2021.
Yeah.
And then they were like, let's talk about fixing the season and like, or not fixing, but like delaying the season for a year, or for a month, and people get vaccinated. It's like, no, you guys just want to do that so that you can continue to delay and chip away until you get the best possible deal that structures long-term over the course of like multiple years. And the players aren't going to do that because they have their actual CBA where they have negotiating power and everyone is on an equal playing field. But the owners were just trying to get a couple of, it's just all political.
Classic owners.
Yeah. Well, it's just like when they were like, look, we tried to give you guys the $2,000 checks. And it's like, yeah, and you also tried to give like $90 trillion to the military to build like missiles to snipe babies or something. It's like, I don't think we agree with that. They're like, what's wrong with a little missile snipe? And you guys get your money. It's like, all right, so why don't we just do the $2,000 and then we can talk about the missile sniping baby thing afterwards.
Speaking of $2,000, didn't that just get approved?
I don't know. Is it $1,400 or $2,000?
I don't know, but I saw something on Twitter, so it must be true.
Well, what's today?
Something got approved. Today's the 5th.
The 5th? Hey, Joe. Took you a few weeks, but thanks, bro. Jesus, criminy. If we get Georgia, the checks are coming. And then he didn't even do shit.
Yeah. No, I think actually today Kamala Harris signed on something. So
well, I'll check my Biku.
Well,
we'll see when the check hits.
Yeah,
because I could use that.
Same here.
Well, guys, with all of that, we are going to transition into the segments because we've
I
been
was
going.
like, good. That's not a good note to end on. I just fucking killed the mood.
No, we're gonna transition to the segments here. By the way, if you guys hear banging throughout the episode,
It's just someone on a horse statue.
Yeah, they're having sex on a horse above us.
Yeah.
And by that I mean construction. Kyle,
I noticed there was like a bus of people that were like getting shuffled into like a small shed out back. Is that what we're hearing?
Well,
because is that like
were
a
they
silent? Is that a
screaming
silent disco
for help?
Yeah.
It's like a silent disc. I don't know. They might be filming something or whatever.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. We just let them go in.
Yeah. Is that just the neighbors or is that you guys?
No, that's us.
don't look.
We manage it. We just don't engage.
Yeah. Well, you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah, no.
I don't actually own any dogs in the fight. I just let them fight in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Michael Vick.
Okay, wait. Today is it A and F or?
Yeah.
Okay, A and F and battle bracket.
Yep.
My A this week is a guy who. Well, by the time you guys hear this, it'll be kind of a little old news. But there was a guy who during the GameStop AMC surge and the whole Robinhood thing, where everyone started hating on Robinhood because they shut down trading for those stocks. There's a guy who personally himself paid a private pilot in San Francisco to fly a sign all around San Francisco that said "Suck my nuts, Robin Hood."
He paid with GameStop money.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
And he paid him extra to hover over the Robin Hood headquarters.
Yeah, he did 2 laps around the lake to get on the fucking thing.
I love people sometimes.
The billboards too, like people were putting billboards up in India, like Diamond Hands, GME. And it's just
Yeah, bro. I don't know. This is why I love the internet. Like shit like that. What Reddit can do, and just these memes coming together.
Oh, the memes from it were amazing. Like, where else can you get Mark Cuban, Ted Cruz, Elon Musk, and AOC to agree on something?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's hilarious. Like everyone hates these fucking billionaires.
So that's my A. Kyle, who aced it this week?
Australia, because they have no COVID. So congratulations, Australia. All right.
It seems like there's a bunch of countries that are slowly
we're
getting there, and we're gonna be there in like 10 months.
Not even. Probably like 2 years.
You don't think we'll
I don't
be
know.
vaccinated?
I think we're at 6% right now, and we need to get to 60%.
Before
and-
what?
Well, that's like herd immunity. Is 60% of the population vaccinated?
Science.
Well, so like
Science
the other thing
rules.
people are forgetting is like, once I get vaccinated, I'm good. I can still carry the virus and give it to you guys.
Right.
So it's like, it's not good until you guys have, you know what I mean? And so, but once that Johnson & Johnson rolls out, it's like it's a one and done. It's not as
There's
it's not as
vaccine?
effective. Yeah, there's another manufacturer. So as soon as that comes out and that starts rolling out, it'll be more readily available. And that's the one they're going to give to like the general public because it's like less effective. So it's like But like, yeah.
Since you're an educated scientist and you're a molecular biologist, when is your prediction on when things will be back to normal in the U.S.?
I'll go base it off of, so that's impossible to say, right? Because as someone who's now gone to the East Coast, Florida and us are not it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think federally, yes,
Federally.
as a country, I think that it'll look a lot different. I don't think we're gonna have Mariners fans this season. I don't think we're gonna have Seahawks fans next season.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel that way. The NFL has already said that they plan to do their season the same way with the protocols.
Really?
Yeah, it was a 2-year deal. I'm sure at July they can come and be like, hey, we're just going to do a normal year, but it's better to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
The other way. But yeah, I just think realistically, the White House came out and said they want baseball to delay the season for a month, which is, fuck off, Biden.
Yeah. Come on now.
It's too late. If you wanted to say that, say it months ago when people can plan shit. This
They're
is
about to
ridiculous.
report.
It's just it gets so frustrating because it's like you were talking about, Kyle Seeger gets paid $15 million, you know what I mean? And it's we don't want to pay that. I make $14,000, if that. I'm not asking for a huge amount. I'm really I just want to do, I will pay $14,000. Just let me give me my job back, please. Let me do something.
I will pay to
I
work.
will pay you everything I have just to work.
I will literally work for sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
That will be the extent of my diet. As long as you give me water and sunflower seeds. Plain.
What?
Or salt. I don't know.
Plain sunflower seeds?
Not unsalted, but regular.
That's your go-to?
Yeah, he's not like a dill pickle psycho.
Well, I'm not either. That's gross.
Yeah, what am I don't need any more ranch or barbecue in my life. So occasionally cracked pepper, sure.
I like cracked pepper.
Yeah, but then that can, again, I know that I'm going to be eating seeds for 8 hours.
No,
in the day.
that's
I can't eat cracked pepper for 8 hours. I'll be choking.
That's facts. That's facts.
The throat will just be
Okay. My F this week is let me just pull up the article.
Wait, do I not get an A?
Oh, do you have an A?
I mean,
Yeah.
do you have an A this week?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Alright,
Who
give it to
aced
us.
it?
Deep fucking value. The guy who the first guy who YOLO'd into GME.
Oh, I heard about
The original guy who took his entire $50,000 Roth IRA and bought GameStop stock in 2019. And I don't understand. I'm not going to pretend to understand that I know how stocks and options and puts and stuff like that work.
Yeah.
But he essentially bought stock in a way that leverages it to give you an increased value when you sell for a gain. So he was betting on himself, and he knew that it was going to work out, or he believed that it was going to work out, and it did for him. And so I think he posted at one point that he was up $46 million.
Oh my god!
But he hasn't seen it. He didn't sell. He sold one of his calls or something like that, one of his bags, when it was up, so that he could be okay, now I can hold forever. But he literally was posting, and then now they're calling him out for he has getting investigated by the SEC. He has to go in front of the Senate.
Why? Because he bought it back.
Exactly.
That's what's so weird is why would he?
Why
even
are they
do
going
that?
after this guy? So that's why I'm. Deep fucking value. You're my ace of the week, bro. We stand with you. It's absolutely ridiculous that you cannot purchase stocks legally from the New York Stock Exchange or whatever format you're on, and do what you wish, and then talk about them openly on the internet.
Yeah.
He has no power. This guy is a stranger to all of us.
Yeah.
I have no reason to listen to him. I have no reason to follow him. There's nothing. So it's just cool that people did.
Yeah.
But it's
and now
it's not his fault.
It.
It's not his fault that everyone else bought GameStop. He bought it and he bet on it and he said, "Hey guys, I think this could work," and it worked.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
He's got a whole army behind him.
Oh, he does. He literally has. What is that? That subreddit is up to almost 10 million users now. It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's one of the most popular subreddits now.
Crazy.
So yeah, your F of the week. Sorry.
Yeah. What's your
All
F,
right. UK student, 12 years old, hosts rave in school's bathroom, and it got shut down.
Wait.
There's a
What?
Is there a
kid.
picture of this?
There's a 12-year-old British kid who wants to be a DJ.
So 12-year-olds are raving now?
He's hosting the rave. He is bringing the rave to the 12-year-old community in the UK.
So you just in there with a
Yeah, so there's a
laptop.
picture. He had a whole beat pad set up, and he in his school's bathroom, and he organized an underground December 11th party in his school's bathroom where all attendees were offered a soft drink, a Cadbury Twirl chocolate bar. Sounds really
British.
UK-ish. let me see what it says here. Yeah, so he smuggled in his speakers into the school.
Bro, we need to celebrate this kind of entrepreneurship. What? This should be your ace. Hold up.
This guy's
Is it the F for the people that got him in trouble? That should be it.
So the rave included all 8th grade boys were welcome to come to his rave.
Oh, no girls?
Oh, that's a sausage castle.
I'm not, you say sausage castle, but that shit had a lot of women there.
Yeah,
It's true.
a lot of beautiful women.
I mean, there were good. I mean, said, like, there was like a moment where there was just like tons of topless girls in the pool, and I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that lady's ass is growing.
Yeah.
I think someone needs to call an ambulance.
Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of the whole story. There's a quote. It said, "It has been a terrible year, and I couldn't be angry with my son for trying to spread some cheer." But yeah, basically they shut down his rave when they found out what was happening.
Yeah, super harmless.
Classic.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Kyle, who failed?
So my F, it's hard to give the F to sea lions because it's not really their fault, but sea lions have been dying a lot recently because they're getting herpes cancer.
Herpes cancer?
Like they're getting cancer
Or
from
herpes.
they're getting cancer from herpes that they're getting from DDT that's in water.
What's DDT?
I think DDT was one of those chemicals that you ever seen those videos back in the day of like 1945 and they're like, look at us spraying down the streets and keeping everything clean. They're spraying chemicals like on people.
Okay.
That was DDT.
So it's some cleansing
It was these chemicals
that
they used
got
to
leaked
dump
into the
them
ocean.
on villages and people thought it was like good, but it was just
would
horrible
give them all
chemicals that was
cancer?
giving everyone birth defects and
What the
look
fuck?
up DDT.
You know what?
from-
I'm going to go ahead out on a limb here and say I think they knew it wasn't good. If they weren't dumping it on American soil and they were dumping it on villages in the Amazon.
No, they were dumping it on American soil. They were dumping it all over. It would be like a suburban house, and then they're just outside in the lawn, and then like the car comes by, and they're just fucking spraying chemicals on both sides of the road going down the street.
Just getting foam blasted.
Yeah, you could look it up.
I'm just going to Google what DDT
There's
is.
videos.
Well, I just remember, is it like those videos of like early coronavirus in China when they just had like the military vehicles like spraying like 30 yards up a skyscraper
I don't
like
know
in foam?
Yeah, I don't know how that was, but like I know for a fact that back in like the 50s or like think about like Pleasantville. Remember that movie, Pleasantville? No. I just think of like the Little Perfect Society 1950s.
Was Gary Busey in it?
Might have been.
I strictly watch Gary Busey films.
But dude, they would literally just spray people. Like there's videos of people like on their lawn like sunbathing and they're fucking getting sprayed by
and they're
these
cool with
chemicals.
it. They're just
They're like, oh yay, I'm healthy now.
Okay, it says, this is one of the longest chemical words I've ever seen. Dichlorodiphenolytrichloroethane. It's originally developed as an insecticide. It became infamous for its environmental impacts. DDT was synthesized in 1874. So yeah, they thought it was an insecticide.
Bro, I seriously, guys, everyone look up right now. They literally would spray people like with chemicals that are killing you.
Yeah.
So so the sea lions are getting herpes and cancer and shit now.
Awesome.
So that's an F. Also, me and John, because we've had just rough month. I've had to pay a bunch of money on my car because just a bunch of shit broke. And John's PC is broken and continues to break.
Still not really fixed. It's literally been, I think, over 2 months now of PC problems, and I have taken it in 5 different times now. I have got a new motherboard, 3 new graphics cards. I've replaced almost everything, and I just cannot fix my fucking computer. So I don't know when streams are going to continue, but yeah.
Okay, wait.
Throw that thing up on OfferUp and get a new one, my man. Part that shit out and move on. That's the move. I think you gotta. I know it's a tough one to swallow for sure, but you're gonna keep burning. It's gonna be a never-ending burn.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. Maybe just break it with a bat.
Find a nuke. Get a nuke. Get like something that doesn't need to be like a total hog for you.
Yeah.
Something that'll get it done.
Spray with DDT.
Yeah, dude. Honestly.
And my third F
DDT
is
coolant.
Chinese people with sensitive assholes because they are anal swabbing now for COVID in China.
But why
for
are their
what?
assholes
Why would they need to
sensitive?
do that? That doesn't seem like it's more efficient.
I don't know, but they're doing it.
I would love to read the science on that. Translate.
I would
it,
too,
of course.
but
Because
they're
what
having
they can
people
do
literally
is
bend
they can
over
keep
and-
their masks on, and they don't have to expose any of their mouth or nose, and they can just
Maybe
test
it's
through their
more
ass.
efficient. I think they're doing it at like airports or something, but literally like they are having people bend over, take their pants off, and then they're swabbing their anus.
It's kind of.
I don't know how like far you
don't-
put it,
I
but
don't know.
you know,
I'm not going to China.
I'm not going to China
anytime soon.
either.
Joe, do you have an F just off the dome?
Rob Manfred.
What did he do?
Just sucks.
Oh,
He's
is that
just
the
ass.
Worst commissioner. What he thinks he's doing for Major League Baseball is an embarrassment for a fan of Major League Baseball. He thinks he understands what young people want. He doesn't. He thinks he understands what the old fans want. He doesn't. Nobody except for ownership wants expanded playoffs. He literally says fans loved the expanded playoffs. No, we didn't.
No.
We hated it. We thought it was fucking stupid as shit. We like the DH. Obviously, put the DH in. That's a no-brainer since 1974. Whenever you put the DH in on the one side, stupid as hell as you do the other, not the other way. And yeah, I mean, just the fact that he is like what he has done, like. For me, as someone who loves the game of baseball, he's turning me off to the game of baseball. And for like you guys to hear that as someone who went to 100 games in 2 years, like in high school, and like never shut up about it, post about it all the time, like the fact that like I am like getting turned off to baseball makes me know that it is impossible that they are bringing in new eyes, because I am someone that like literally will pay for someone to go to a baseball game for the first time and like try to help them enjoy it and like do everything I can to like
Same.
Yeah, like if people are like, I don't like watching baseball on TV. I'm like, well, you got to understand that like every single pitch is a battle.
Yes.
And every time when
Thank
the
you.
stat changes, there's a new kind of strategy that's coming in here. And
This.
and when the guy comes on and there's a different guy on the base, like that puts something pressure on the guy, and he's a lefty, and also so there's like so many levels of stuff that people like. It's the same thing with golf. Like, I don't understand golf. I'm like, oh, he's going to hit it again. Oh, he's going to hit it again. Oh, he's sitting there with a bigger one this time.
Oh, I hit it pretty far that time.
Oh, he just really barely tapped it that time.
I feel like I could have hit it farther.
Oh, he doesn't want to hit it in the water. And so, like, that's my extent of it. But it's like, now I'm understanding, like, clubs and, like, spin and, like, you know, taking things into account and, like, okay, like, I need to play this smart. I don't need to go for the big one. Or it's like, okay, I need to, like, catch up here. So, like, this is my chance. And then they go for, like, a crazy. But, so, yeah, Rob Manfred, like, dude.
Trash.
Figure it out, man. Like, insert GIF of Big Cat screaming, "Figure it out!" Because, like, oh my god, dude, what is happening to our game?
Yeah,
it is.
He's trashing it, dude. It's
The
sad.
CBA is going to be scary. I like. There was a very realistic chance that like Major League Baseball was going to die. Like the minor leagues are still not going to happen this year. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, make minor league baseball cool so that we can watch both. Like, there's no downside to making minor league baseball cooler. Like,
I'm all about watching minor league baseball.
I want to go to Tacoma for $2 beer night. Like,
Same.
Send it, bro.
Bro.
Get that light rail all the way down there so I can
Yes.
light rail in and out. And I'm excited to do it when I'm 47 years old.
Hell
but,
yeah.
that light rail is going to take forever. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, man, oh man, I love baseball, and I hope that I hope that like Ken Griffey coming in and like getting like these cool dudes behind it, like just making baseball like Tatis Jr. right now. He's just like so sick.
They have all these good like young players that they can market, and
then the White Sox hire like an old racist coach for the coolest team in the league, and it's like,
the Mets have a coach and a GM that are like fucking hitting on people.
sending
when they
dick
should-
pics.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
69 or how many texts was it?
62. That was just their GM. Now their coach is also linked to stuff, and
Oh,
apparently
that's
it was
awesome.
it was quote unquote the worst kept secret in baseball. So everyone know about Mickey Callaway and all these text messages he's sending to people, and yet the Mets hired him. So
Nice.
And the Angels the Angels have him right now, right?
do they?
The Angels
yeah,
issued
he
a
was
statement, but they're like, we're under
Yeah.
investigation. I'm like, bro, fire his ass, bro. I'm looking at it.
Mike Trout deserves better.
Yes. I'm saying that as a Mariners fan, and so is he.
Okay, cool. Well, our last segment here is it's called "This Is the Battle Bracket."
Oh, that's right.
So the current list of ones we have so far, it was McDonald's all day breakfast versus Great Smelling Hand Soap. Great Smelling Hand Soap won.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Then there was socks that snug perfectly to your foot, and recycling, and perfect socks won.
Yeah. I mean, like this is selfish, but yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
what I like recycling is good. I feel good about it, but it's not. It's nothing
Exactly.
compared to.
It's like
socks.
I don't love to recycle, you know.
Yeah.
I've never like the feeling that you get when you put those socks on versus like,
Like throwing
oh wait, there's a
Gatorade
recycling bin. Let me take the cap off into the trash. Oh
Exactly. It doesn't
Yeah.
make your own life drastically better.
no, because then you go to California and you watch your neighbors just dump their recycling into their garbage.
Okay, the next one is when you send a video in the group chat and someone actually really likes it. And the other one is when you hear someone that you like walk into your house from like the other side of the house. So like maybe it's a friend that you haven't seen in a while, and you hear them open the door,
Or like your mom gets home from work,
and
or
she's
your
like, "I'm
dad gets
home."
from
It's
work.
that feeling you get.
I don't know which one won that. I would vote for the group chat.
That's
It was the group
the
chat.
one that won. Yeah.
Dude, when you get like 6 reactions
Yeah.
on a text in the group chat, dude, that's like that's like 100,000 retweets.
I feel like the king of the world.
Oh, dude,
I own this group chat.
I got 8 of like 12 people to like laugh at a text one time.
great-
That was like the
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like, dude, you can't even get 8 people to reply in a group chat,
That's
let
good
alone
shit,
like
yeah.
agree on something.
I respect that.
So I'm totally for that one. That one that's a chance to make a run.
Yeah. So then the next one is rubber bands.
I just meant like the perfect rubber band for the cord situation that you need.
Okay, so Kyle's was the perfect rubber band, and mine was waking up to a nice text from an unexpected person.
Yeah, that's way better.
Get fucked rubber bands.
Yeah.
Okay, now today.
I wish I could snap you with a rubber band just for suggesting that.
See, it was I did it in a time of need for rubber bands. Like I really needed a rubber band, and my old one broke, so I had to write it down. But
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
just an emotionally charged decision.
Okay, so mine is a hot shower after coming in from a snow day, and you're just absolutely freezing.
Okay. Should we start arguing that? Yeah or
No, yeah.
No,
What,
it's
what are we
okay.
gonna
So,
argue?
so mine, you're right. So
You're
mine,
wrong.
mine is having the perfect amount of left. So you make a meal, you have the perfect amount of leftovers for a second perfect meal,
Why wouldn't I want enough leftovers for 2 more meals?
or just like
Or
like
3
I'm
more.
saying the perfect amount of leftovers before they go bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you really want to eat something 4 times?
That's true.
No, that's what I'm
As
saying.
someone who lives alone and has to cook and then eat it 4 times,
No,
I don't like doing that.
Exactly.
And it
don't know how
also
to cook for one
sucks when you have enough for so you have leftovers and it's enough for 1 meal, but it's like too much for 1 meal. So you have like a tiny little bit of
Alright.
chicken left.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's an awkward amount.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's never good when you have too much rice and
No.
or too much of the chicken and not enough rice or something. You know what I mean? It's just
Exactly.
like,
You gotta get the ratios
the
right.
ratio is good. Okay, I'm leaning this way, so you're gonna have to do some work but I'm with you. So the thing is that I lived in California for like 3 years, and now I am freezing cold all the time here. So that's why I wear sweatsuits all the time.
Yeah.
I bought 8
but
of
also
them.
swag.
Yeah, it's
See, but you have firsthand experience. You know how much it sucks when you just can't bear being this cold, and you walk outside and it just goes right through you. And we haven't had some snow days, so you guys might need a refresher. We haven't had snow in a while. But if you go hang out all day, you play football like a turkey day,
Yeah, like a turkey bowl.
and it's snowing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have friends. You're with all the boys having fun. You go home. You walk in the door, you're just shivering. You run upstairs, rip off your sopping wet clothes, hop in the shower, and your balls slowly come out of your stomach back into their normal position. Your hands regain feeling.
so
Okay, yeah, I have a comment.
Yeah.
The thing with that though is when I'm super cold and I turn on hot water, that shit burns.
yeah, bro, that shit stings.
You gotta
dog. That shit
slowly
stings.
get into it.
But that's the feeling that a lot of people love.
Burning, like when you
No,
wash
but-
your hands in warm water after being outside
It
playing
hurts,
basketball
but
for 2 hours.
it leads to a good feeling. It's like
Does it?
you know that the hurt is leading to something better.
You know what? Like,
true.
So I get what you're saying. I think I can equate like the sensation that you're describing in a better way for Kyle. So it's like, have you ever hot tubbed in the snow? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So do you know the thing where it's like, oh, so we gotta go lay in the snow and then this last one to come
Yeah.
back. So it's like
Shit
that
burns.
feeling of like you're so cold and you get in there and then like with the hot tub, it like you said, it slowly like from like either from like the outside into the core and you like match your temperature kind of thing. But whereas like I kind of see what you're saying here is like my house is super cold, and so like if I go in there and like my feet are cold, I'm just like it feels like I'm stepping on ice, bro.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
hurts. Like it's like painful to like move your toes and shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I think that like, and dude, plus like when you like eat pizza and like it's a combination of things with what Kyle's saying too. Is it's
Wait,
like
which one was yours? I
the
forgot.
perfect amount of
Perfect
leftovers.
amount of leftovers.
Because
Oh.
that means you ate like what you ate too was like you had the perfect portion to satisfy you where you're at.
like,
Because
let's say
not
you ate
only
half.
that, you have the second bit that was like this, and it might not even be like half and half. It might be like I want to eat like a good sized meal today, and then I want to have like a little bit tomorrow, or vice versa. I just
Yeah.
want a little snack right now, and I want to eat the rest of this tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so like the concept of that, it's more versatile, and I do understand.
So
like,
versatile.
yeah. So
I think you just persuaded me, Joe.
yeah,
Let's go.
I'm a very good moderator and a debater.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we'll just
so,
call you up every time and then
Just
Yeah.
zoom me in.
get your
Joe,
get
if
your
we
input.
ever call you, just like
answer it.
Just yeah,
Yeah.
anytime we call you, answer it because you might be live on PIMS trying to settle a debate.
Yeah, that's totally fine because I'm currently semi-unemployed. So
yeah,
Aren't
I
we all?
feel that.
yeah,
Um,
we are just like
so Kyle is. Oh no.
I
Oh,
think
this
we
is
might
pretty,
have alternated
Yeah.
every.
So Kyle's mine, Kyle's mine, Kyle's.
We're both bringing good things to the table.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. There you have it. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's a little longer than usual, which I think people usually appreciate.
like it long.
That's my fault.
No,
I talked
this
too much.
was
I had a story, I had a story to share.
It was quite a story.
We were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think we talked about this, like, when I like, right as I was going, I was like, I think I was on the trip and I was like, guys, I have to tell you about
I
this
didn't
when get
realize
back.
it was like.
Well, I don't. Did you see
this.
my story? Like when Santa was like jumping into the. I know we're like leaving, but like there was like all the topless girls in the pool, and like Santa did a backflip into the pool.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
might have seen that.
Yeah,
but-
that was my Instagram story. Like one
my
night, and
God.
I got like everybody was like, "Dude, where are you?" And I was like, "And this like middle of pandemic, like during Christmas, people
Yeah.
are like back home with their families and shit." And I'm
Jeez.
just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay, well, if people want to follow you and see next time you go to the Sausage Castle,
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be going back anytime soon.
Where can they follow you?
Instagram, Joe_Rossman, ROSSMAN, same as my Twitter. And coming soon, I will have a TikTok.
Oh, let's go.
TikTok
Joe's gonna be on
dances.
TikTok.
Yeah, I've been brainstorming the TikToks. After I went on that little trip, I saw some stuff and I was like, I think I might be able to get this a run. So
There you go.
I know you guys are popping off on TikTok
Oh,
every once in a while.
We
so.
talk a little.
Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
There's new episodes of this show every single Monday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe. If you're not currently on YouTube, go over there, check it out. We're almost at 3,000. Also, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMSPodcast. So if you guys want extra content, 10 new videos every single month that no one else gets access to, go check it out. It's linked in the description.
Merch at pims.store.
Yeah, if you guys want to cop some cool hoodies or hats or whatever, pims.store. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next time.
Drop a like.
See ya.